See, boy, I tell you, boy, technology doesn't always work the way you want it to. I just hit a button and it was supposed to slide over and it didn't slide over. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. It's all good. We're here. Welcome back to another week of Twisted Transitions. I am DJ JayBook, and we have got a lot of great stuff for you guys today. So, first of all, I'd like to apologize for missing last week, but man, I was setting up for two crazy, insane gigs that I cannot wait to talk to you about, tell you what's happened and stuff since then, go over some stuff with it, tell you what's coming up, and we got some topics tonight. So we got a full load tonight. I'm not going to hold you guys up because I want to talk about everything. So first thing I need you to do is let me know in the chat that you can hear me, that everything is straight, everything is gravy, and I am going to get started. If you want to, you can hit that thumbs up button. Everybody keeps telling me to tell everybody to put the thumbs up button. It's not a huge deal to me, but apparently it's a huge deal to YouTube. So if you're liking everything that I put out and stuff for you guys, content-wise, you like the show, just press the thumbs up button while you have an opportunity to do so. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. If you do, if you don't, it's all good and stuff too. We still here, but we in the building. We've got Daniel Rodriguez in the building. We've got DJ Romeo Great. We've got DJ Torture, DJ Mike. What's happening, Magic Mike, my guy? DJ 360. What's happening? DJ G Kenny, man. DJ G Kenny gives me a hard time every time the show is canceled. He gives me such a hard time, so much. I love it though. That means he's intrigued. That means he wants to learn, which is good because I'm ready to teach. DJ K, what's happening, man? DJ Fast, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? And Mike Lawan, what is going on, man? I really appreciate you guys. Look at that, man. Look at you guys coming through. DJ Marquee Batch, what is happening? Appreciate you guys, man. Man, I just every week, I appreciate the fact that you guys take time out to come check me out so that we can talk all things DJ related, because I've got some doozies and stuff for you. So like I said, I'm not going to hold you up. You guys have given me my sound check. So let's dive right into it. So last week kicked off a doubleheader weekend, and we had a 300-person wedding. Now, I did not realize that this was going to be 300 people. I had no idea. I thought for a moment that we only had like two, maybe like early twos, but it was 300. It was all of 300. I think the next slide shows that as far as the crowd, man. It was, I mean, these guys did a great job of first picking a venue that can house that many people, because one of the things I was concerned with once I found out that it was 300 people was the spacing. And we have a venue here that is just a long building that had plenty of spacing, didn't have high ceilings, and man, we really turned it into a club. Everybody on their post that they tagged me in put that it was, I think it was like Club Newton or something like that. I got the same reaction on Saturday night, it was like Club Furtick. It was crazy, man. These guys had a spectacular time, but you can see with the setup and everything right up here. I was kind of catty cornered to the floor, to the dance floor, and you guys see that dance floor right there. I told you this is a great way to make some extra money. This dance floor right here was needed because the room and stuff was just pure concrete and stuff on the ground. So like it shredded my knees. Oh my gosh, it shredded my knees. It was terrible. That was the worst part of the night, though, is the fact that it was on concrete. One of the best things is that if you can look right behind my setup right up here, right behind there, you kind of see like this open door. I was able to put all my bags and everything in that room. And when I was just sitting down waiting for them to come over to me, because I only did the reception, so I was able to kind of chill for ceremony, kind of chill for cocktail hour. I got to sit in that room. And it was straight because nobody bothered me. Nobody came up to the setup. It was great. We also use cold sparks, as you can see right over there. We've got 4 cold sparks right in front of there, and I'll show you how those went off. They went out a hitch, and it looked great. We used them during the party. We used them for the introduction. We used them for the final dance. It was great. It was great. It was just a great overall night. I also used the Rev 7. I brought it back out and stuff again to try it again, and it had 2 hiccups. I had 2 hiccups again. I don't know, guys. I'm trying different stuff. It's crazy because I'll sit there and I'll use it here at the house, and I'll use it for like an hour and a half. It'll go an hour and a half strong here, and then I'll stop, and then I'll go to a venue and I'm like playing and stuff on it, and it just kicks out. I don't get it. I just don't get it. My computer is more than enough to be able to run with the Rev, but for some reason, whenever I put my laptop on with moving platters, I get hiccups. I don't know why, because the next night I was not about to get I was not about to get any hiccups, so I went back to the 1000 SRT, and it went over tremendously. So still trying to work out the kinks, still reaching out to my fellow DJs to try to understand what's happening, because I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you. I'm trying so many different things. You guys are giving me tips. Some other guys are giving me tips. The only people that I haven't heard from yet is Serato themselves, to let me know, or even Pioneer. I mean, I've even sent information over to them, and I just don't get anything back. So we shall see. I don't know. But I could tell you one thing. Having that mixer on with those Maui 44 G2s, next level. I mean, it was so loud. It was like concert-esque both nights doing that. Let me jump to the next thing here with the crowd. I mean, you can see it was 300 people here, man. It was deep. And look at the wedding party. The wedding party was deep too. Look how deep they were. I was so glad that she allowed me to be able to introduce them as groups. I'm starting to get a lot of couples to do the whole introduction as, bridesmaids and introduction as groomsmen, instead of trying to do each individual person. It just makes sense, makes it easier on me. I only have to know first names, and first names are usually not that hard. So it's all good when you do it that way. And these guys were introduced that way. So I want to show you guys a quick video of the Cold Sparks working with the couple. This is for their last dance. This is what they wanted. So let me play that. Let me get that queued up here. Here we go. So this is them last dance. They were in their sweatpants, and this is the Cold Sparks whirling in the background, and it went over well, man. I cannot complain. Those looked amazing. Absolutely amazing. So I'm glad it all worked out. She was extremely pleased. She wanted an EDM type, dance night, and that's exactly what she got. And I think I may have booked like 3 weddings out of this one. I think that's the case and stuff on there. So kudos to them. I'm glad they had me out. But then it was on to Saturday, and Saturday had big expectations and stuff as well. Pretty much took the same setup. Now on the previous setup, I did use the Sheds wash movers. This time I switched back to the Focus Spot 4Zs, the ADJ Focus Spot 4Zs for this event, and it looked fantastic. And stuff in there. I mean, it looked like a club. Like, I'm really proud of the uplighting from both and stuff that they provided. It was I'm sorry, not that they provided, that I provided, but that they purchased. It did a fantastic job of creating the atmosphere for the event. It did. It went over seamlessly. Everything responded well. And this was another big room with high ceilings, and it responded overly well. I mean, the sound was incredible. The sound was fantastic. And we kind of started off things from jump. Like, the bride said, I asked the bride, I said, so, what type of, music and stuff do you like? She was like, booty shaking music. I just want to get down. I want to get past everything, and I just want to get down. So that's exactly what we did. So I cannot wait for you guys to see that video. I have edited that video. I stayed up late last night to edit both nights' video. So I am done with those. Just got to put the final little ribbons and stuff around those, and those will be ready to go. So get ready for those gig logs. And you can see that she had a pretty decent crowd and stuff as well. Right around that 150, close to 200. A lot of people around the age of 25, 35. So a lot of good music and stuff can be played. And it was crazy because a lot of the music and stuff that I was picking out for them, they knew it. They sang it. Like, it was a rare time that less than 30 people were on the dance floor. It's very rare. Even slow songs, it was still just super, super rare and stuff in there. One caveat I will tell you, and I'm going to switch back to big screen here for this, is that I'm going to put out a video and stuff about this, but this is that DJI lapel, not lapel, but DJI microphone thing. And I tested it. I did a couple of tests and stuff with it. I recorded it and everything. And I'm just going to give you a spoiler since you guys watched the show. I'm going to give you a spoiler. So if you see the video, you know what the outcome is going to be. But I'm going to give you a spoiler and tell you that I will not be using these for a ceremony. I can't trust it. Even in a room that size that I had, this room right here, I tried it in this room, and it felt like it was going to drop out a few times. And I can't trust that on there. Plus, when I was trying to connect it to the groom just to kind of have additional sound, when they have those jackets and everything, like it didn't fit well. It looked, it looked too big. It needed a lapel to go with it. So maybe you can have it as that, but I don't know how the receiver would work in his pocket and then put a lapel and stuff on top of it. I don't know how that would work, but just connectivity from the receiver to this, because it does help for you not to have a receiver. I mean, you just have basically this little box in the middle, that's the receiver, and then you run this guy and stuff over here with it. It's easy to use, but it's not as reliable. I would use it for something like what I'm doing right here, talking to the camera, but I don't think right now it's the best choice for lapels for the service. So I don't think it is, but it's all good. It's all good. Let me see. I think I got something from the dance floor here. Hold on one second. There we go. Now you can kind of see how everything looked from the back. It was packed, man. That dance floor looked like that pretty much all night. I can't wait for you guys to see it. And I was mixing so much. Oh man, I was mixing so much music. I think I pulled about five people's interests to where I may have some weddings and stuff out of this one as well. So, I mean, push come to shove, at worst, maybe 4, at best, maybe 8 weddings and stuff that I was able to to get couples who are going to get married to be able to have some interest and stuff in me. They absolutely loved what I did. So it was good, man. I cannot complain. I cannot complain. Now, also, I had DJ Mike, who's in the chat. He was helping me out with another function. He was doing another function about 2 hours away. And I had a new photo booth set up as far as the backdrop. So no more with that big spring and stuff I had. So I wanted to show you guys that. Let me see if I've got the thing here. Hold on one second. No more of that backdrop. No, that's not it. There we go. So I got this Atlas stand. This Atlas stand comes from Photo Booth Supply. I don't know. I have the link and everything down below if you guys want to check it out. And I'm telling you this because I didn't see anybody online that would tell you where they got the stuff for photo booth. So if you own a photo booth and you want a backdrop, listen carefully. This image that's right here is an Atlas stand. It's an 8x8 stand. Basically, all you need is some sandbags to put on the back just so it doesn't really move, but it's a great a great frame for the backdrop. And then you go to I think it is, let me look real quick. So you go to Photo Booth Supply for the stand, and then you go to pbtrunk.com. It's in the description and everything down below to check it out. But proptrunk.com to get the backdrop. Now, the backdrop that I got is called a pillowcase tension fabric backdrop. It allows you to do double side, so you can put one image on one side and you can have an image on the other side, the way you can flip it around. Let me show you what that looks like. You can see it right here. So this is the backdrop and everything that was used at this particular event. I've got another photo booth this week that I'll probably use the other version and stuff of this, but I love this backdrop. It is so much better than having that spring backdrop or that sequence backdrop. Oh, I think these are so much better and stuff. So I wanted to bring that on here, send you give you guys the websites and all that stuff down below if you are interested in having a backdrop for your photo booth. This is where you go to get it. It's real simple, real easy. You can do payments and stuff if you want to on the site, but I just wanted to go over that so that you know. So I think Mike's in the chat. He said it was easy to put together, which is good because each one of the frame pieces are aluminum, so they just kind of fit in, and I will be testing that out for the first time myself this weekend because I was not at this event. This was DJ Mike's event, which he absolutely did a fantastic job at. So kudos to him. And we have got so much more work to do, Mike. So much more work to do. Oops. So that was the weekend. Everything went fantastic. 2 great events back to back. I could not ask for more. Fantastic. All right. So coming up this weekend, I've got an annual kids Halloween thing that I do. I'm going to do that tomorrow. And that's just, just easy going sound. You won't get any content and stuff from that, but you can see the setup and everything if you follow me on Instagram at djjbook.com. At DJJBook. You can follow me and stuff on Instagram to see that setup. And then we have a new venue that we will be pulling out all the stops. This young lady has all the stops at a new venue for Saturday for a wedding. And both of them are near my house, which is great. So I'm actually excited about that. I won't have to go far. That will be great. So where's my water, man? Oh man, I don't have any water. Okay, so I'm just gonna have dry mouth this whole time. All right, well, let's get into it. We've got some topics and stuff today for you guys. I've got some good ones. I also got some topics and stuff for next week already. I mean, I have been learning a lot, and I want to pass that on to you guys. If you're enjoying everything so far, please hit the like button. It just helps your guy out a little bit. Let me check the chat and stuff real quick. As far as music from the AP or playing a hard drive, or do you have all the music saved? Wait, I'm sorry. I don't mean to read like this, but one comment I got, one guy was like, you know, I've got you kind of on in the background, so don't mumble in the mic. Like, read it out loud so that I can. Guys are a trip, man. You guys are a trip. So let me read it aloud then. You know, as far as your music on your HP, are you playing it from a hard drive, or do you have music saved to an internal computer hard drive? My reason for asking, because I had a small hiccup. It was from the internal hard drive. I'm thinking about doing the external one. I already have all the music and everything pushed over to the external one, so we'll see. Really, maybe a defective unit you're playing at a higher volume can cause delay in the hardware. It's weird you say that, Romeo, because when I use my MK my Rain 12 MK2s with the S11, I get the same problem as what I get with the Rev 7. Same problem. So it's a little interesting. Why not the furniture? Still working out the kinks, man. I don't look. This is these guys' special day. And when my gig log comes out on Monday, that where I took the furniture and stuff out and it did not work properly, you're going to see why I didn't take it out and stuff here recently. I am trying to perfect it and stuff here so that I could take it out. Like, it's still available. I'm ready to use it. It's just not ready to use. So I'm just still trying to figure it out. Once I can figure it out, I'll let you guys know. The cold sparks that I'm using are from eBay, and they're, it's kind of Chinese cold sparks, but I would recommend the ones from Both Lighting, the Chinese and stuff as well. It's, that way you can get a company that's here local, or not local, but just in the States, and you don't have to order it from China, because if you order from China, it can take 8 weeks, which is 2 months. And from here, it doesn't take nearly as long. So all that stuff is linked down below. Just go to Both Lighting. You can get all that stuff. All right, we good. We got everything here. I'm looking into getting a facade, but mumbling again. Sorry. I am looking into getting a facade, but can't seem to decide on the JMaz or the ADJ. That's a preference. I have the Pro X. I mean, it's just a simple facade. I'll probably be getting another one here soon, because I have put the one that I have through the riggers, and it's just time. It's just time to get another one. Are you using a power USB hub or just USB-C power hub? The connection to the Rev is a USB. I have USB-C on the laptop, but I am not using a USB-C to wait. Is that what the issue is? Is it because it's a USB to a controller connection? Is that what the issue is? Because if that's the case, I have a USB open on my laptop that I would be more than willing to use. Let me find. DJ Marquee Batch, you may have given me another idea. Please update your drivers. Windows 11 did an update, and then I had dropouts and mouse issues. I updated all the drivers, and it's all fine. Yes, I have updated all my drivers. I have updated the firmware and everything in both the the Rev 7 and the S11. I have updated both those and all the drivers on my Windows laptop are good. So that's interesting. I might check that out. But no, I do not use a hub. Okay. All right, I'm jumping off topic here. Let me jump back on. Jump back on topic. Okay, so I promise you we'll talk and stuff during the Q&A segment and stuff today. All right, so let's get into some topics and stuff. This is some stuff that I feel like just needs to be said. Some stuff is need to know. Well, the first thing we're going to talk about is DJ etiquette. Okay, now we talked about crowd etiquette and stuff before. You know what a crowd should, a crowd should respect the DJ as far as his spacing and everything. But what about the DJ etiquette? Now, when I say DJ etiquette, I mean things like drinking on the job. I mean things like flirting and stuff with girls, you know, getting girls to do crazy stuff because we're DJs. Anything that would make you be perceived as being unprofessional. Now, let me just tell you that when I first started DJing, I felt like I know what it feels like to be a rock star. I know exactly what it feels like to be a rock star. You get out there, you do, you know, you put on this whole show, people are drunk, and it's enticing to grab yourself a drink and be just as drunk as they are. But it is so bad. I have heard so many vendors who have horror stories when it comes to the entertainment side of it, as far as, you know, people showing up drunk and drinking on the job and stuff like that. And me for one, I drank on the job. I did. I had drinks and stuff like that. But I'm one of those people where I'm a person who keeps his energy level and stuff up, even if I have had a few to drink. What I had to learn is that my etiquette and stuff behind the booth just had to be more professional because it allows for rebookings. I'll give you for instance. I had there was a DJ, and this is just a story from abroad now. DJ, what did she say? He was DJing and he had his girlfriend there, and him and his girlfriend and stuff were, you know, just kind of like giving each other a kiss throughout the night. Okay, just kind of, you know, whatever couples and stuff do. And she said, you know, I just found that was like super unprofessional, and so I just decided not to go. I mean, there was nothing really else wrong, but it's crazy because it's like she didn't see anything else other than the fact that he was kissing his girlfriend. Now, to her, she may not have known it was his girlfriend. Or, you know, you don't know who people are with, but it just lets you know that eyes are on you constantly. And I have looked up from, you know, me playing music and seen eyes just directly. I mean, how many times have you guys seen my gig logs and women are just sitting there like doing this number right here and, you know, trying to get you to come out and stuff to the dance floor. Like, I know people want you to party and stuff like that with them, but you are creating the party, so you just let them party. I had to learn that, you know, the hard way, because you're looked at as an unprofessional person if you do these things, if you do these kind of things. And it's as simple as drinking. Like, I think, me personally, I think it's okay to have one drink on the job. I wouldn't recommend a beer though. For some reason, a beer looks worse than a drink does. I mean, you can let me know in the chat and stuff if you agree. But for some reason, a beer just looks worse. It's like when you're drinking a beer, you got this brown bottle, you got this clear bottle, and you're like turning it up, as opposed to like a sip and stuff from a cup. I just think that you can have one drink and then, you know, after that, maybe just have water and stuff the rest of the time. I mean, I've seen horror videos where DJs have been drunk and they've interacted with the guests way too much when it should be a business relationship. I've seen a lot, man. I've seen a lot. And I just feel like you should just let the guests be the guest. You know, we're not the guest. We're the entertainment. We're the vendor. And part of getting rebooked is professionalism. So I think that our professionalism should stem out from what we do behind the board, our energy level, and stuff like this party that I had this past Saturday, it was filled with energy, and it's real easy to go grab a drink from an open bar and throw them back and stuff with the crowd and stuff. But man, they were falling on my equipment. They were falling on my equipment. Sloppy, drunk. And don't forget that even though you have those drinks and you feel like, you know, everything is cool and stuff at that time, don't forget you're the one that's got to take down the whole setup. Who's going to help you? You know what I'm saying? Even if you got an assistant and stuff, now you've put all the pressure on them. So it just doesn't look great. It doesn't look great. I don't mind fashion statements and stuff there, but as far as etiquette goes, as far as talking to girls, like, you know, girls shouldn't be having to give you like kisses and hugs and stuff like that for them to get a song played. Girls shouldn't have to perform favors or something like that to get a song played. Like, I've seen all this stuff, guys. I've seen it all. And I know that for that moment, we are rock stars and people want to be near us and next to us and people want to touch us and do all this stuff. You feel like we're just untouchable for that moment. But that moment does fade and you do have to live life after that. You just do. And all it takes is for one person just to say that you're unprofessional and you lose the venue, you lose whoever else they tell, because our business is, since everything is word of mouth, also your antics are word of mouth as well. So, you know, if you were drunk at a party or you felt up some girl or something like that at a party, that travels throughout the vendor circle. Good news and the only thing that travels in those circles, guys. So I'm just saying, your etiquette and stuff should just reflect what type of business person that you would like to be. I'm not saying you got to be uptight and fix your tie and stuff all the time. I just think, you know, if you're DJing, you're playing the music, you're keeping people rowdy, they should respect your space and you should respect them. Just real simple. Real easy. I never go to after parties with couples and stuff either. I get asked all the time. I got asked twice this weekend to go to after parties. I don't do it. I don't do it because, again, even though I'm not working, if I get sloppy drunk with everybody and stuff out there and I do something stupid, it's like that's the lasting impression that they have of me, what I did then. So leave me a comment and everything down below. Let me know what you guys think. If you agree, if you don't agree, what issues and stuff you guys have had. I mean, I know you guys have stories, and I know for some, this is hitting home. This is hitting home because this industry will do that to you. It will do that to you really quickly. All right, let me check the chat here. Okay, you guys look like they're talking amongst each other. All right. So next topic. Hope you guys are still with me, man. Hope you are still with me. Next topic. I know you guys are going to like this. Let's talk ceremony speakers. Let's talk this because, man, this, I get this. You guys don't know because I'm pretty sure after you make a comment or you see my video, you don't go back and look. I get comments about speakers when it comes to ceremonies so much. Some people absolutely have hard opinions about ceremony speakers. And I'm just going to tell you that I have two forms of ceremony speakers. I have the Bose S1 and I have the Maui LD5 Go. Or Maui 5 LD Go, whatever it is, Maui Go. Both of those are more than enough speakers for that. I've been using more of the S1 and stuff lately because it's easier to plug two microphones. I've been having to run a lot of two mic setups and stuff in there. But now that I have the mixer, I could probably do more LD setups. Speakers are speakers when we're outside, guys. I don't care what somebody tells you. You can get an EV speaker. You can get a JBL speaker. You can get a Marquee speaker. You can get an LD. You can get a Bose. All those are great. They are literally just speakers. They are going to do the same thing. And they're not even the cream of the crop speakers. You're just trying to have sound. I've seen some DJs put a whole tower, column, whatever you want to call it, speaker as their ceremony and cocktail hour sound. You do not have to have big sound for your ceremony unless it is something massive. Now, the one that I did on Friday that had the 300 people, that guy had two, I think it was Yorkville box speakers. And, they had their own setup for ceremony, and he ran everything off of a board. But the very next day I did a ceremony with the Bose S1 for 150 people. Like, you don't have to kill it and stuff with these speakers, man. I have seen people have literally hit me up on my YouTube, on my videos, and they have just absolutely dragged me. You need to get an E-verse. Don't use that LD. You're using it wrong. The sound doesn't sound great. It's coming through a camera. Like, I'm just trying to show you that that's why I stopped filming the ceremony, because I got tired of all the statements. Everybody had a comment and stuff about ceremony speakers. So if somebody asked me what's the best ceremony speaker, I would say get whatever is going to allow you to do the most for less. That's what I'm going to say. If it's the Bose S1, get the Bose S1. I found that the Bose S1 is easy. It's easy to carry. It's easy to use. It's easy to charge. It's, Bluetooth compatible, 2 microphone inputs, a 1/4 inch output. Like, it's great. It can be used inside, outside. It's got quality sound. It can be put on the floor. You would never know where the sound was coming from. Maui 5 Go. It's great. Only problem with a Maui is you can't use it outside if it's windy. You just can't. You can't. I have a problem with stuff right now because the spacer in between broke on my Maui 5 because the wind took it and slung it over, slammed it, hit the ground. So that just broke the spacer column on the Maui 5 Go. So I'm in the process of getting another one right now. But the Maui 5 Go covers 200, 250 people easily. If you want to enhance that sound, get 2 of them. Get 2 of them. But there's no right answer or no wrong answer for ceremony speakers. I just say get what could do the most. I see a lot of these things come out. I see these Mackeys. Like I was looking at the Mackeys like, I wonder if that one would do. Then I thought about it. I was like, wait, I already have 2 speakers. Why am I looking at another one? There's nothing wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with them. So I say all that to say, when you are looking for them, I would just say get what you can afford that gives you the most options possible. Get what you can afford with the most options, no matter what that is. You have a common setup for most of your weddings. Get what accommodates that. Just get what accommodates that. It just makes life so much easier. And then cocktail hour, if it covered the ceremony, it will cover cocktail hour. Real simple. Real simple. I just want to get that out there, that there is no best speaker. There is none. It doesn't exist. Everybody's going to have a different opinion. I'm almost willing to bet that this video is going to have 20 different opinions on which speaker is the best. I may have that in the chat. I'm telling you, it's nuts. It's nuts what I see and what I hear when it comes to the topics like this. Leave me a comment and stuff. Oh man, leave me a comment and let me know what you guys think. Do you have a preference? What is your thoughts on that? Do you agree with me? Do you think just whatever works for you it will be fine? It will suffice, as long as it's not something that crackles or it's not super heavy. Like, I mean, the Bose literally is like this big. JBL, I see everybody selling their JBLs. It's literally this big. These are great speakers. When they came out, I jumped on them and I have not looked back. I'm not worried about the ceremony. I'm worried about the reception. We just so happen to provide ceremony. Oh, I digress. Okay, you guys still with me? All right, let me see the chat. Imagine adding like Frank. Salute. All right. Okay, last topic before we get into Q&A. Last topic. Now, I had this problem and stuff over this weekend, and I don't know if you guys have this problem or not. These things right here. Okay. These things right here. These are Marquee letters. I love them the way they look, but I hate them also. I absolutely hate them. I hate when couples have them. Reason being, because you'll see in the video that I create for this, and I saw it when I was actually DJing. I don't like how much light these things produce. They produce so much lighting that it takes away from the dance floor lighting and up lighting and stuff around the room. Like, I have a full blown setup, up lighting looks great. Like, it'll be a night and day difference between Friday night's gig log and Saturday night's gig log as far as atmosphere goes, because one had these letters and the other one didn't. The lights perform well in a room that had, less of this. I mean, and then people have these long names. I mean, these long names. Like, this one's still long because they did the Mr. and Mrs. But like, the Newtons was the one that I did. And it's, there's lights and stuff for each one. And these aren't like dimmable lights. Like when the guy was setting it up, he was setting it up and it was just plug and go. Now, could he have used, softer lights? Yeah, maybe. Would that have created the same pop? Probably not. And I know he was just doing his job, but I hate these things. I hate them. It just takes away. It's like you can't shine anything on the dance floor at all. I had to pretty much guide my moving heads to hit the ceiling and some of the crowd, but nothing swooping down on the floor. The uplighting around the room it almost looked non-existent right around that area. And then, you throw cold sparks on top of that in big moments, and it's like a whiteout. Like, it's so bright. It's like a whiteout. Like, you can't see anything. There's no way around these. There's no way around. When people say that they order these letters, I'm like, yeah, that looks good. That looks real good. I just wish that they would just put them someplace else, but they tend to always put them right near the dance floor. And I know why you do it, because you want to advertise yourself. I get it. But why not put them along the bar or something? Why not highlight them over there so that it can still be dark and stuff over here? You know what I love in place of these guys? The what's the thing called? The LED and cursive lights. Like, I love those in place of these. Like, I can deal with that, because Saturday night I had there was a hedge wall right to my right, and it had the LED light, and it never bothered us. Never. It still got the job done. These guys on Friday had these letters, and in the corner by the front door where you come in, they also had like a little makeshift hedge wall where they had the in cursive letters and stuff, the neon lights, the LED lights and stuff up there too. And I'm like, man, like if these letters can just be put on like this back wall over here where the food is, that would be great. Or if it could just be right along the bar, that would be great. Because getting the atmosphere, getting it dark in there would have just given it another layer, another element that would have made it feel more clubby. because that's what both brides wanted. They wanted a club atmosphere, and I couldn't give them that with these things. I couldn't. I despise these letters. I truly do. Let me know in the chat if you guys deal with these letters and stuff on a regular basis, because when I see them, I'm not shaking my head, but I'm just like, it's going to be one of those nights I see. Well, let me know what you guys think, man. I think that may have been more of a rant. That might be a preference and stuff with me, but I can't help it. There's certain stuff that just irks my nerves, man. Yeah, don't irk my nerves. Oh, man. All right, guys. Well, that is that portion of the show. I hope you guys enjoyed that. We will definitely be doing another show and stuff next week. Now it is time for Q&A. I'll give you guys the floor to ask any questions that you may have. This is your time to shine. Let me know. So once I see a question and stuff in the chat, I'll go ahead and answer it. Just to let you know, I'll be going back down to 1 gig a weekend starting next weekend. So I'll be able to have more time to go back to putting out more content, but I am trying to flood you guys and set it up to where the content just kind of comes out and does its thing. Week after week, giving you at least 3 to 4 videos if possible, along with a live stream. So, I hope it's working. I just hope it's working, and stuff. I get a lot of new questions and a lot of opinions. You guys are very opinionated, man. Very. Oh, I just saw why my Stream Deck is not working. It's because it's not on the computer. Okay. All right. First question. Daniel Rodriguez. Let's see. I need to move this. Let's see. Can you guys see that? I need to have it to where it fills in the background. But anyway, do you use a DJ software for ceremony? If so, what do you recommend? And do you bring a tent or anything for ceremony in case it rains? Okay. No, I do not use a DJ software at all. You guys are probably going to laugh, but I use iTunes. Literally iTunes. I put the music on iTunes. I pull up iTunes and I use iTunes for the ceremony because it's not anything crazy. It's literally one song after the other. You can fade in and you can fade out. It's real easy. All my ceremony, different styles of music, like this weekend is more of a country type vibe for the ceremony. The groom's a little bit more country, so I switched to a country prelude. They've got their ceremony, and then I have a country cocktail and all that stuff that runs right off the iPad. Matter of fact, I was just working on it earlier. Here it is right here. I was just working on it before I came on to make sure I had everything, so it'll be all set. So, and as far as a tent goes, no, I do not. Now, at venues that usually have me outside, I tell them that I have to be in a position to where I can move out of the way or be under shelter. And that's non-negotiable. It's non-negotiable. Because it's electronics, guys. It's electronics. But I'm telling you, if you tell people and stuff up front, if you tell client, see, this is because I don't have anything to drink. If you tell people up front what your needs and stuff are and don't sound like a diva, just tell your couple, be like, hey, is there any way you can make sure that, I'm in a covered area for your ceremony? A lot of electricity, a lot of electronics and stuff out here. I just don't want anything to get damaged. That's real simple. Say it just like that. Boom. You're done. Sorry for that. I didn't mean to snort in the microphone. Jeez, I'm just terrible. Benny Blanco, let's see here. Is there any artists or songs you won't play? Got some crap this weekend for playing Michael Jackson. Yeah, R. Kelly. I stay absolutely clear of R. Kelly. And I used to play Ignition Remix and stuff all the time. You can go back to some earlier gig logs and see that I played Ignition Remix quite quite a few times there. But yeah, R. Kelly is the only one. I do not catch any flack for Michael Jackson. Matter of fact, I play more Michael Jackson now than I did in the past, especially this coming up weekend because it's the weekend for Halloween. So Thriller gets to get thrown on there on top of the other 3 songs that I usually play from him. So to answer your question, no, I don't. I will say that lately my brides have not wanted me to play any Bruno Mars and any Miley Cyrus, and they wanted me to keep the slides and stuff out. And the common consensus every single time is because we've been to a lot of weddings and they all do the same thing. This is why I told you guys, freshen up your sets. Don't play the same old stuff you always played. Play some remix. Watch when you see these gig logs that I've put together. You'll see. It is just like songs but played in a different way. It's fantastic. Freshen up your sets. DJ Fast, washed out your sparks too. Yeah, I mean, it just sucks, man. It's like the photographer sent me some pictures and stuff here recently from that event, and the lights just were just in the way. They were in the way. The Donald, have you experienced any issues with your Rev 7? Heard others are having issues with the jog slows down, spins backwards. I'm having the issue now myself. Okay, so I've seen this. If you guys go on Facebook has a support group or a group that says Rev 7s, and I've seen a lot of this, what he's talking about here. Basically, the Rev 7 will be playing, and all of a sudden it just slow down on one jog wheel and then go backwards. I haven't had that issue. The jog wheels are great. The jog wheels move accordingly. They do everything they're supposed to. The board, every button on the board works perfectly. My problem with the Rev 7 and stuff is it's got to be from the computer to the actual board itself. Something is not talking properly in order for it not to give me that little hesitation. And if you look at my last 2 gig logs, you'll see that I highlighted that so that you can see where it's happening at. I'll be in the middle of a song or I'll be about to mix, and the song will just drop. Like it'll drop out or just kind of hesitate, and it messes up the thing completely. Another issue that I've had that looks like it cleans up when you just reset the board is when I try to work stems sometimes, the volume increases like tremendously. Like you'll hit a button on stems and that thing just the volume jumps through the roof. And it's like, whoa, and you never know when it's going to happen and stuff. But I've since then learned that if you reset the board, give it like 10 seconds, it usually fixes that problem. You won't have it the rest of the set. But it's weird. It's weird, man. I know there's something that needs to be done. I just can't figure out what it is. Yeah, I mean, like I said, so Romeo Great, I'm telling you, man, I have changed out the cables. I've had new cables. I've had old cables. I thought it was because the cable was loose, so I just squeezed down a little bit on the top of the USB, just so it's a firmer grip, so it doesn't move at all. That doesn't work. Like I said, it's crazy. I'll do an hour and a half set here at the house on each one, and it works fine. And then I get to the venue and it's different. And I thought it may have been a power issue. So then I started using the Marathon power conditioner and learned that my power here is the same one the venue has. Even when it was lower power, the one that I had that had the Marquee letters, the power was dropping down to 116. But it was still fine. It was still fine. Like it's something else. I don't know if something's trying to run in the background on my computer and it's causing it to slow, because my computer uses about 53% or 51% of RAM when Serato is being used, and I don't connect to the internet. I turn all that off. But 51% of my computer's memory is being used during that time. So I have 16 gigs of RAM, and 8 and some change is being used every time Serato comes up. All right, DJ Fab, do you live mix cocktail hour? No, because cocktail hour is usually in a different space. I'm just letting music just play for cocktail hour. I don't have like a controller and all that set up for cocktail hour. I think if I had an assistant who wanted to learn, I think that would be their opportunity to be able to mix or something like that. But for the most part, no, I do not do a mix for cocktail hour. Not at all. Because most of the time people want me to turn down the music stuff during cocktail hour anyway. It's like, we want to talk. We came all the way this way so we can talk. Always funny. All right. Any other questions? Any other questions you guys may have? I think I have a picture of the trailer and stuff here. Let's see if I can throw that on here real quick. I just loaded the trailer and stuff up, and it is full. This is not even everything that I need. Let's see if I can do it here. Yeah, this is even everything here. Let's see. Come on, drop down. There you go. There you go. This is the trailer and stuff here. This is it all packed and ready to go. You can see that I've got the full table, the Mesa table stand for tomorrow because I'm going to be using that. But the actual stand that I'm going to be using is all the way in the back for Saturday. And then the silver, whenever you guys see the silver and black case that's to the left, that is the 1000 SRT. The all black one is the Rev 7. And of course, the big box is the S11. To the right there, you've got the both lighting. I think it's the IR4s. Is that right? Yeah, IR4s in that case. Love how quick those things charge up. And then you can see my Bose S1 right there on the right, sitting on top of that bag. The S1 is sitting right there. I'm telling you, I practice exactly what I preach. I'm going to put the wash effects on these gravity stands. You can see a piece of the gravity stand right next to the Mesa table. And then you can see the poles leaning up against the wall right there to the left. Photo booth has the red container and stuff there at the top. The red top on the container. And then right under it are all the up lights. My mixer and the microphone for just my main setup and stuff is right here. That's at the bottom down there. I can't believe I was able to repurpose that. I mean, I get so much use out of that thing now. It's fantastic. I'm glad I was able to do so. Okay. Looks like I got another question here. Let me jump back over here. Could it be an issue with your hard drive? I don't know. I thought the hard drive was great. I don't think so. How much do you charge for a high school dance? Okay, let me stop you right there. If you have been a long time follower of mine, you know that this is a touchy subject for me. I do not like to do high school dances anymore. The kids don't pay enough attention. I don't like to. I try to. Let me just tell you this. Let me read the rest of it. I've been DJing for 11 years, but I don't have the gear. But DJs let me borrow their gear. Okay. So if you enjoy DJing for kids, more power to you. More power to you. I'm so over it. I try to charge something to where they just be like, no, that's just too much out of the budget. And you'll be surprised. Some schools be like, oh, okay. I'm like, damn. So yeah, I mean, it's rough, man. You just got to put whatever your time is worth. How much setup are you going to have to pay somebody? Take all these things into consideration, figure out what it's going to cost, what you want to charge per hour, and just put it together. I mean, there's no set amount. There's really no set amount. Not at all. Oh, you asked it multiple times. Wanted to make sure I got that. All right. One of the last questions here. Let's see. Daniel Rodriguez. Do you think that DJs are the wedding coordinators at a wedding? Some, yes. I had a groom tell me it's my job to have a rehearsal with them so they can know what's going on. I'm not going to lie. If they don't have a coordinator, you are the coordinator in a sense, but you better charge for it. I went through the wedding with them. Yeah, but you better charge for it. Yeah, if you have to be the coordinator and there's no coordinator there and you're the DJ too, yeah, because you're not only you're the MC, the DJ, the coordinator. You know, you've got multiple jobs and stuff there, so charge accordingly. It doesn't matter. I mean, you could do it because you know you've done enough events to be able to know what to do. So yeah, I would just make sure you charge. I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. We are the coordinator. I mean, we are the timekeeper. We're the coordinator. We tell people what to do. We tell people when to go when there's no coordinator, and that's why you do sit down so you know what time you want to do each one of them things and make it happen. I've been DJing for the music, entertainment, and money. Okay, well, I think we all do that, and you're a solo op. Yeah, I think the answer I gave you is probably the best thing and stuff, man. You just got to sit down and put together the hours, how much you want to charge an hour, if you're going to need an assistant, how much it's going to cost you to rent stuff, and just put that tab on the school. And there you go, and then make some money on top of that. And the reception was so much fun and the guests had a blast, but he felt that I should have had a rehearsal and said that it's my job to have it. I mean, yeah, he probably shouldn't approach you and told you that it's your job, but I mean, he's kind of right, but it's kind of his fault that he didn't have a coordinator either, because they can't just expect you to be the coordinator. But I mean, we know what to do. I don't mind doing it. If I'm the coordinator, you best believe we're going to do everything on my time. And yeah, we'll do a rehearsal. We're going to do everything on my time. Everything. Oh man, you guys are always a hoot, man. I really appreciate you guys stopping through, checking out the show and everything, man. I really, really, really thank you guys for coming through week after week. We will be back next week, next Thursday, 7 p.m. EST, right here on the channel. If you would like to see all the behind the scenes and everything that I am currently doing, check me out on Instagram at DJ JayBook. It's real easy to see all the stuff that I have going on, and all the links and everything down below for record pools, for photo booth backdrops, for Honeybook, for management, for both lighting. If you guys need lighting, all that stuff is in the description and everything down below. All right, I am going to get out of here for the evening. You guys enjoy your weekends, kill your gigs, and we'll see you again next week. Make sure you're living to strive and not to survive. Peace, people.